What's up, YouTube? How is everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing all right. Welcome back to another video. It's time. So we talked about this bike before, and I told y'all I was going to do periodic updates. I haven't really set in stone exactly like how often I was going to do little updates on how I feel about the bike, how the bike feels, all that good stuff. However, we're back over here, same spot I did my last review, and we're about to do the 1,000 miles. As you can see, well, you probably can't right now because of the sun, but the odometer is currently sitting at 1,001. And I just want to let you know, this so far, I would have to say has been my favorite bike I've ever had. It is 100% the go anywhere, do anything. It's definitely the go anywhere, do anything bike. As you can see, the only, everything I've talked about before, I got the cage. The only thing that's changed since my last video is I put some more aggressive tires, something a little bit better. And for those of you that do keep up with this and or maybe have adventure bikes yourself, which I'm pretty sure at this point there's probably quite a few of you watching, you probably recognize these. These are the Michelin Anarchy Wilds. I decided to go with these tires and give them a whirl, see how they are. And I'm going to tell you right now, those tires are badass. There's no other way to put it. For those of you, I'm going to do a video that's just a talk about these tires. That's going to come probably within the next week. I've put approximately 400 miles on these tires at this point, and I'm just gonna say, spoiler, these are some great tires. Anyway, as far as the bike itself, she's dirty. I don't care. She's an adventure bike, basically a glorified dirt bike. I mean, what's not to like about her? You know, it's been, oh, I put these levers on too. I put these levers on. I couldn't deal with the, those are the Puig 3.0 levers, by the way, in case anybody wanting to know. I really like those levers a lot. They make my hands happy. I don't have that long factory lever going across my my fingers like that. Anyway, but it's probably hard to see anything with the sun in the camera, but still trying to do a bit of a walk around. That way, you know, y'all get a chance to look at the bike and see everything. And as you can see, get over here where you can kind of see a little better, but she dirty. I be out there playing, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of been like putting some feelers out in the adventure bike world, seeing how the people are. I haven't really come across anybody yet, so if you're in the DFW and you ride adventure bikes, let's go hang out. Why not, right? But some of the things, all right, some of the stuff and things. I don't want this video to be long. I really want it to be short because there's really, I mean, I love this bike. Oh, I also put new air filters in. Sprint filter. My favorite filters. I put some Sprint filters. I can't remember the model, but it is the off-road version of Sprint filters. So make sure if you're doing adventure bike stuff, right, that you buy the filters that are designed to go off-road. If you buy their street version, like they have the street version for these bikes. If you buy that, I'm telling you right now, you get out there in that dust and stuff, all that dust is going straight in your motor. So you have been warned. Anyway, I did my first service. Those of y'all that have been around the channel long enough, y'all know I don't take my bike anywhere unless there's an actual problem, because this, you know, there is a warranty on this bike. So if I have an actual issue with the bike, then I'll take it in and let Honda service it. Otherwise, I'm doing everything myself, because I don't need, I just can't justify paying somebody X amount of dollars to do an oil change for me when I can do it myself. Same thing goes with the chain, doing maintenance on the chain. I mean, that's too easy. Matter of fact, I got a video coming out about that here for too long, because I got some products that I really feel like the people need to know, right? Because there's a brush that I come across I really want to share with y'all. I think y'all would like. Anyway, other than that, like, I still absolutely love this bike. It's a ton of fun to ride. It's got a bunch of torque. It's just not what you think it would be, right? You look at it, it looks heavy, but then again, at the same time, it's like, heavy compared to what? Because a lot of people usually from what I've seen so far, a lot of the people in the adventure bike world like to go on talking about, oh, well, the Africa Twin's a heavy bike. It's actually a middleweight bike compared to all the other adventure bikes that are out there. It's classified as a middleweight bike. Now, it's not a dual sport bike. You can do dual sport stuff with it, but it's not a dual sport bike. And a lot of people usually compare it to a dual sport when it comes to weight. It's not a dual sport bike. Essentially it's a off-roadable touring bike. I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's a great bike. It does off-road stuff phenomenally, especially with these tires on here. There may be better tires, and by all means, what is it, Motos makes some tires for this thing. From what I hear, they're great tires. These were a little bit cheaper than the Motos tires. I got them on a really good deal, so I was like, I'm gonna try these out first. So I bought them, I got them to the house, I put them on the wheels, I balanced them, and they ride good. Now, one thing I will say, I guess we're doing the tire review now, whatever. At about 115, they start to float a little bit. But let me tell you, if you're worried about doing twisties, don't. These things will hug some turns, and they will surprise the mess out of you. I'll put a clip in right here. And that's going around a turn, probably about, a little bit over the speed limit, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real, like on the real, I'm probably between 70, 75 around that turn, getting it. It's like these like, I had every intention on pushing these tires that day, and I wanted to try to figure out where we was, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I mean, they're a little floaty. So when you go into the twisties, like when you set your body position, make sure you're set, because every little movement that you make coming through the turn, from your lean in all the way to when you start to accelerate out and straighten out. Any deviation to your body position, you're going to feel it in the tires, 100%. So they can hang in the twisties 100% as long as you're being careful and you're paying attention to what your bike is doing. I've never spoke about the brakes. The brakes are phenomenal on this thing. For Nissan brakes, perfect, no problems. One thing I will note on the air filters, for those of you that buy this bike and want to put new air filters in, be careful. Be very, very careful. I broke my bike. So there's one on this side, there's one on the other side. There's a tube that comes out of the airbox. Do not pull that tube out of the airbox. You will break your airbox. I found out the hard way. Anyway, what you have to do is you will have to push the top of the airbox up, stick a hand all the way in, and then push the air filter into the box, and then you can pull it out. That's how it comes out. I will demonstrate that to you one day down the road. I already went through the pain. I didn't have my camera then. Sorry, it is what it is, but I had to get the filters in. Anyway, I think that's it. I am so all over the place when I talk on this camera. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I absolutely love quad lock for the win. This bike's amazing. Everything you could possibly want in a bike that has the ability to be a badass off-road, to keep up with everybody on road, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to keep up with a leader bike doing leader bike stuff. For example, when a leader bike decides to go up into its upper RPMs, this is not going to keep up with that. However, if they're playing around, sticking around 100 miles an hour, this bike is going to keep up. You're going into the twisties, this bike, for the most part, is going to keep up. Now, if you get somebody that's out there dragging knee and stuff like that, then no, it's not going to keep up. But I'm telling you right now, this thing will get down. It is not the fastest bike in the world. I'm not trying to say that. But this bike is still fast. So, I mean, what is it? The KTM 1290, it's got a long ass name. The 1290R is faster than this bike. I think the 1250, whatever it is, the BMW GS, it's faster than this bike. But there's trade-offs. Both of those bikes are also heavier than this bike. So, I mean, now granted, with the KTM being heavier, it also has like, what, 160 horsepower or something like that. It's insane. But I'm telling you right now, Honda says this thing has 100 horsepower. I feel like it's got a bit more than that. Not a ton, but a bit. So I think they were being a bit modest. However, I will say this bike definitely gets down and definitely gets the job done. When you go off-road, turn everything off, get out there and just hammer down, you know what I'm saying? Just get it. But anyway, that's a wrap. This video, I feel like, is already way too long, so I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to the house, and yeah. Y'all have a wonderful day.